Hello friends, I owe you a much overdue update video, so I thought I'd do that now. I thought we'd start outside so I could show you some of the work that's been done out here. I don't know if you can tell, but we are in the process of building a privacy fence around the play area of Abba's house. That treehouse belongs to the farmer's children, but everything else will be locked out, so that's the outside of Abba's house. I have some new neighbors there in the little flatlet, so the fence will also go up to here just for privacy, but also because of departmental rules about who's on what property and whether or not they've been cleared and all of that fun stuff. So let's go inside and see. Okay, so coming in, we have, well, I have been working on the staff entrance a bit. We have been blessed with 2 pushchairs or strollers, one being a double, so that's fantastic. So if there's an emergency and we need to get the kids out, that will be our easiest method. So we're hoping for at least 1 more double stroller, if not some more single strollers or pushchairs, so that, like I said, for emergencies we can get out. But this will be the staff area, and a friend is building a bench there for them to put their shoes, and a bookcase for them to put their bags. And here is the lounge, which, as you can tell, we've been very busy collecting donations, diaper bags and stuffed toys, first aid supplies that we need. Nappy station has been built. This concrete thing was already here, if you remember, but it was being used for an entertainment center. The repair on the wall is in progress, but because it's holidays, a lot of people have stopped working, so that's on hold. And some more donations with lots of bibs and washcloths and dummies or pacifiers. And then these numbers will be where these clipboards are hung, and the staff will be able to keep up with the baby's daily logs there. Anytime they have a nappy change or feeding or anything, it'll go on the record. Then, over here, we have some wonderful new furniture from donations, from the GoFundMe donations, and lots of toys that have been donated from people in Jeffreys Bay, Human Store, Port Elizabeth, everywhere. Swings, some that work, some that don't. Some lovely toys. We've been able to put in some safety measures around the concrete to turn this into a play space for all of our littles, as well as some great discounted furniture that we were able to find, some gifts from others to repurpose. This is a sand pit, but we're going to use it like a playpen. And then we have the outdoor stoop as well. Is being used currently for the farm staff use it for their break, which is fine. And then this bathroom here, we are hoping to put in a door so that it comes in here for our staff to be able to use it as well. But we've got our outdoor play space growing. That will be where the fence comes to, so that this whole outdoor space will be used for our kids to play safely. That leads us over here. More lovely chairs. Mr. Teddy Bear here is waiting for surgery, so just ignore him. We do have 1 feeding chair, hoping obviously to get a lot more, but that's a slow process. Here's our beautiful new refrigerators, which are amazing and great, especially for the medication that a lot of the babies will need to have to help prevent HIV. Then we have the Toddler Room slash Storeroom. Is not much has been done in here. We did get the curtains hung and the bed set up. Hopefully we'll be able to put some shelving in here at some point for us to store our supplies. And the lovely nursery is coming along beautifully. These are shelves that will be hung up, 1 for each baby. For me to be able to put the outfits and each baby's needs on there. But as you can see, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cots so far. We have Lots of information on the wall to help with baby care. Lots of baby training will be happening when we locate our staff. We have one staff member who's working at the farm at the moment, so she's very well trained and intelligent, and we'll be hopefully finding more. We have our lovely paint samples that I'm trying to choose, as well as our monthly milestones for them to be able to spot if there's any issues. We do have one more plot, as you can see. It just has some broken pieces, so we're working to figure that out. And then into our amazing wardrobe, where most of the change has happened. We have lots of clothes, lots of different age clothes, busting at the seams on ages 3 to 6 months, but lacking a bit in our newborns, which is where we actually need a lot more. Lacking a lot in the big kids' clothes as well, but we're also not really sure how many big kids we'll end up with. And by big kids, this is 9 to 12 months, and then 12 to 18 months, and then toddler clothes are in the cupboard. We don't have much of that at all. But again, I'm not sure how many of that age we will have, considering we're starting with newborns, and they'll just stay with us until they find placement. We do have some potty chairs, baby beds, lots of lovely blankets. We love these knitted blankets because hopefully that'll be an heirloom item the babies can take home with them when they're placed. Cot sheets, hats, girl headbands, mittens for the little babies. We're short on bath towels, but we're getting there. We're short on socks, but we're getting there. And then in here, receiving blankets and swaddling blankets and lots of winter blankets. So we're doing really, really well on donations. Thank you to everybody who's given. We are hoping to get a few more, here, let me just show you. A few more of these kind of things to help with newborn sleeping positions. But those aren't necessities. Sorry if I'm walking too fast. And that is the bulk of the repairs that have been done. Like I said, because of holidays, the floors have been prepped, meaning the big holes have been filled, but we are waiting till people are available to come back and sand them smooth, paint them and seal them. And the same with that wall there. And we are waiting for the repairman to finish the electrical work. So overall, the GoFundMe has been a huge blessing to help us get so many things. Oh, and to get the cameras. Those are security cameras. They will be installed everywhere, just so we can keep an eye on our babies, no matter where they are. So we're doing really, really well, and very grateful for GoFundMe donations, Shepherd staff donations, drop-off donations at our local J-Bay spots, or even people coming here and dropping things. Yeah, we've been overwhelmed, literally overwhelmed with blessings. So this is what we look like right now. Like we said, like I just said, we're not completely ready, but we're doing really, really well, and I'm very grateful to each and every one of you. Our biggest needs right now are, well, let me show you, our nappies. We have some in plenty, like size 3, and then some with nothing. So nappies are a big need. Formula is still a big need. Let me show you our collection of bottles, which are doing really amazingly well. So here's our bottle collection, which we're doing really well. But as you can see, our formula up there, we still need Lactogen 3, and of course we still need lots of Lactogen 2 and Lactogen 1. These are the bottles that we currently have set out for use. We have others that have been donated, but we don't have teats for them, or nipples, or whatever you want to call them. And then we are working to get a lot more of these storage devices so that me and the night staff can pre-make the meal packages, so the day staff knows exactly what each age group needs, and doesn't have to really think. They can just grab and feed babies. Because with 6 children, all different ages, it's not going to be easy. on the day staff. So ignore that bookcase. That's where my room starts. It's just not installed yet. So yeah, so that's where we are. We're doing very well. All things considered. Now there's the bathroom I was talking about for the staff outside, that we want to get a door through this wall so that staff inside can use it, and our toddlers if they're potty training. Anyway, all that to say, thank you very much to everyone who has helped out. If you want to help more, please just message. If you want to get involved, let me know. We are currently in a holding pattern, and let me explain. Okay, so even though it looks like we are ready to go and we feel like we're ready to go, we're not ready to go yet. Our government here, our municipality, has asked that we have some paperwork drawn up on the farm, on the property itself. And it's not a full rezoning like we thought, which is great, because full rezoning would have taken 6 to 8 months just for approval. We have to have something called consent to use, which means just a portion of the farm has permission to be used for a special project, and in our case, a child care center. That process is still going to take about 3 months, and because holiday, they haven't even started. They are looking currently for our property plans in the planning office, and we are praying that they find them because we can't move forward even with the application for the consent to use until they can find those. Once they have found the plans and we start the process, we have to pay for a private, I forgot the term, I'm so sorry, but we have to pay for someone in the office to privately manage our request so that it does get through the system as quickly as possible. So that is going to cost us more money. We think we're still okay financially though, with all the amazing donations that we've had. We think we're still okay even for that and for the remaining repairs that need to be done here. As far as every step after that, the people we've spoken to say that we are in great shape and they don't see any delays once it's their turn to come. So once we get through the Kocha municipality and get through the consent to use request, then we can go to the health department and they can come and do an inspection. Then the Department of Child and Welfare, Family Welfare can come and do an inspection and go through all of our paperwork, get me cleared, my clearance done, get training done that I need, first aid, etc. Then we can open. So we are hoping that once that consent to use comes, everything else, it sounds like will be very quickly done. My first aid course is actually early in the coming year, so I'm not even waiting on them for that. So Lord willing, and we don't have any more hiccups or delays, we are looking at maybe March or April being able to be up and running fully. Some of that depends on if I can find the right staff. Being that we are in Lurie, we're a little remote, so we have to find either some local people that I can train up and that I feel comfortable with, or we have to pay for transport back and forth to J-Bay, which is not a cheap ride. So we are looking at those options now and making a plan. All in all, we are on track to hopefully, Lord willing, start in April or March or April. If anything comes up, any delays come up, I will do my best to post prayer requests on the Abba's House social media as well as the my personal one. I try not to post on both. I know it's a little overwhelming to see both my feeds, both of my pages in your feed. So if it pertains to Abba's House, it will be on the Abba's House SA Instagram or Abba's House SA Facebook page. But on occasion, I will repost it onto mine just to make sure certain people see it. I'm also keeping a list of sponsors and donors. We're hoping in the future to offer a sponsorship program for our babies so that those who donate a certain amount will get information and updates that others don't get to see on each child that comes through. So if you're interested in that, just keep an eye out, or you can message me if you want to know now. I'm happy to explain. But obviously without any children in the home, we're not going to start that program just yet. But we do have great plans to include all of you in this home, and that starts with that sponsorship program. So just keep an eye out for that. If you have any questions, any concerns, anything, feel free to message me. I don't always address everything publicly on social media, but I do try to message everyone back who asks me a question or just wants to know something. So please feel free to message me. The WhatsApp number is also on the Facebook page. You're more than welcome to use that as well. I am a little slower for people I don't know that message me, but I will eventually see it. So anyway, that is where we are right now, and I just wanted to make sure that you guys knew how amazingly generous you all have been and how extremely grateful I am. This has been overwhelming, to say the least, and definitely God's dream. He's confirmed that over and over again using you guys. So sorry, getting emotional. It's been a long road, a long couple of months, but thank you for being a part of it. And I know that God will bless you for what you're trying to do for these babies. So thank you. One more thing I forgot to mention, another way that you could help if you wanted to. We are constantly having issues with electricity here on the farm, either because of national load shedding, which is a normal thing here in South Africa and can be up to 4 times a day of no power, up to 2.5 hours each time. And feeding babies on a routine, on a schedule, and not having power is a scary thought, to say the least. But besides load shedding, we do have some issues here being a more remote location with the electricity going out for various reasons. So our friends who own the farm, the Porter family, Jessica and Gideon, they have set up a GoFundMe of their own, hoping to raise money to put in solar panels, because we do have access to solar panels here. We just don't have the funding, at least for a deposit, to get them in. So I will include a link to that as well as their video that I made for them if you want to see it. And that video has some more clips of the farm and the area if you're interested. So I will post that in here as well if you would like to help us raise money to get solar panels and to get another JoJo tank. That's also part of it. JoJo tank is just a water tank that collects rainwater that we can use. Those are 2 big needs here, especially because there's so many adults already living here, and now we're going to add 6 babies and laundry and bottles, and yeah, it's going to be a lot. So solar panel and self-sufficiency in general is going to be a big factor for us. So if that's something that you're interested in helping us do, please take a look at the GoFundMe link. All right, thank you.